Zzz. Mosquito? No, silly. I'm a bee. Means I won't get resurrected for the next Jurassic World movie. Let's go hit some theaters. See if we can't scare some people. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. And we're taking a look at our next character in the lineup of Legacy exclusives. This is Buzzsaw. Now, while Buzzsaw really didn't make any appearances in the animated works per se, he was featured in a few of the comics, where it was shown that Buzzsaw tend to enjoy partaking in battles up at 20,000 feet. See, he even enjoys it so much he's trying to faint on us here. Really enjoys them high-flying battles. Well, the main reason he enjoys fighting from that far of a distance is more of the fact that Buzzsaw is a known coward. So if he's forced to fight on the ground, he's going to be at the back of the line of all the other Predacons. So that way, when things definitely start taking a turn for the worst, he's going to be the first one to get out of there. Now, of course, Buzzsaw did have one memorable appearance, as he was used in a script that was read at BotCon 2005, where he would be voiced by veteran voice actor Paul Dobson, who has done a lot of work amongst the Transformers series and has been involved in a lot of other multimedia projects. He's done numerous anime titles, like he's been a famous character in Ranma 1/2. He was Master Happosai, the little shrimpy guy over here in the corner. And he's been in numerous video games, including one of my favorites, Dead Rising 2, where he was the voice of Sergeant Boykin, the military guy that we end up fighting late in the game. Now, I told you, Buzzsaw, you gotta stand up. No more chickening out. We're live. At any rate, like many of the other exclusives that have been put out, he is a repaint and retool, because he is a repaint of Waspinator from the Kingdom line. Although Hasbro did prove some expense into this by giving him a new head. But as you can clearly see, there's not a whole lot else different between the two. At any rate, let's start by taking a look at Buzzsaw's accessory. But then again, there's probably a few of you that point out Buzzsaw is a common name. Yes, it is. In the Generation 1 lineup, Buzzsaw was one of the cassettes for Soundwave. In fact, he was the one that came with Soundwave, so he didn't get to appear on the cartoon much. Buzzsaw, however, had his buddy Laserbeak, who was a known coward, so maybe that's where this Buzzsaw gets his cowardice from. Probably related to Laserbeak in some sense. But at any rate, this Buzzsaw only comes with one accessory, and that is his stinger. And as you can see, it is pretty much the same as the one that came with Waspinator. Except for the fact that Waspinator's over here has more paint detail. So, if you are wanting to know which one is which, well, if there's more black paint on it, it's Waspinator's. If there's less black paint on it, it's Buzzsaw's. People have wondered, now you know. And now, at any rate, let's take a look here at Buzzsaw's articulation, and he will have the same as his buddy Waspinator, since they share the same body. You can turn his head from side to side, and it is on a ball joint, so it will look up and down. His arms can be raised up about so far, and they will rotate at the shoulder all the way. You just gotta watch catching the insect leg against the wings. You can bend his arm at the elbow 90 degrees. And he does have a swivel at the bicep, so he has G.I. Joe style battle grip. You can twist him at the hips, so he's got some dance moves going there for him. You can split his legs apart into a full splits, especially if you carefully line up the insect legs with his arms. He does have a small thigh cut. It's not much. You can raise his leg up at the hip 90 degrees, and he can bend his knee forwards a little bit. Or you can bend it the regular way, 90 degrees. So all in all, pretty standard articulation for a guy that's going to turn into a giant insect. As you can see while we were off camera, he's fainted again. I guess some Transformers just aren't meant to be on camera. Go figure. Just like some celebrities shouldn't be on camera. Just like some politicians shouldn't be on camera. Stay. Alright, let's transform him while we've got him semi-conscious. There we go again. Alright, first thing we would have to do is that his chest area here needs closed together so it forms the insect head. And of course, adjust the antenna so that they are pointing forwards. Then we're going to come here and we got to detach the wing section from behind his head, like so. Because then, once we got it separated, we're going to rotate things up so that his robot head goes inside here, and the little post above it connects to a hole just behind the insect head. You may have to shift the robot head back a little further. The trouble is, with it being all black, it's a little hard to get a good light in so you can see what you're doing. Alright, I think that's good enough. But at any rate, once we've done that, we got to bring his arms back down. And then they fold inward at the shoulders. Rotate them at the elbow. So that way the two little bars are touching each other. And then they want you to turn turn his wrists so that his hands will point straight down. So once you've got them in position, you're going to bend them at the elbow. And as you'll see, right in here in his torso, there's a little tiny hole near my finger. Well, right here at his wrist is a tiny little post. You're going to bend the arms at the elbow and line them up so they attach at that post. And of course, when they do that, the little plastic bars should line up as well, so that it looks like they are touching each other. That's also if you got the toy straight. There we go, that's better. Now we got him in place. Apparently we don't have the head in. And if head on, apply directly to the sidewalk. There we go, now I felt the head get in. And we can adjust the insect legs accordingly. And then, of course, we gotta extend the body here. First thing we gotta do is take off this fake rubber band that's attached on here. Get that out of here. So that way we got his legs free. And then, of course, we rotate at the hip 180 degrees. Straighten him back out up here. Now we got everything back in position. The wing came off. Thankfully it went back in. Now they say down here for us to rotate the feet and the little protrusions. They want the purple protrusions to go first and then the feet, but if you can get them to go together, more power to you. And then you connect his feet together. And of course, once you've got that done, make sure that the insect legs are rotated so they're like that. And of course, we adjust our boy here so that his thorax is all connected together like so. You're going to bend him a bit at the knees. Rotate the legs so that his upper thighs kind of go in here like so. And then then the robot legs should connect to a spot on the chest. Then once you've done that, you reach back here and attach his stinger. And then there you go. Buzzsaw turns into a killer bee of sorts. Sort of closely in line with his buddy Waspinator. All in all, both of them do look pretty darn good. So now we get down to my thoughts. What do I think of Buzzsaw? Well, I would have liked it more if Buzzsaw was more unique than what he is. So again, it reuses the same parts from a previous Transformer. Again, they took the liberty of at least giving him a new head, but as you saw, since the stinger piece is almost exactly the same, but with a little less paint. So in a lot of ways, that helps also make Buzzsaw a bit of a disappointment. Since you can tell, he's been made with Hasbro's traditional cheapness. And one of these days, they're just going to have to learn that we're not going to pay for cheaply built toys if they're not going to really put some effort into it. But if you're a Buzzsaw fan, or a fan of insect-changing Transformers, he's another one that'll be a worthy addition to your collection. At any rate, that's my review of the Legacy version of Buzzsaw. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Remember, if you like the content that we feature here on this channel, please do remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We do appreciate the feedback here. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.